Everyone, I'm back in my home archery shop today. I'm going to do some work on my DIY foam layered target that I made. I made this target a long time ago before I created this channel. I don't have a build video on it, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I think you'll be able to figure it out once we do it. I'm using this, even though it's not really required, it's not super shot out, but the point of the layered targets is if you eat up one spot on it real bad with repeated shots, you can shuffle those layers around to where you prolong the life of the target. I made this out of like this puzzle piece gym flooring mat stuff. These are 2-foot pieces. I'll put a link in the description below where I found this stuff on Amazon. I think it was Amazon. I'll find it again and post it. All I did was cut down the middle with a utility knife at a straight edge. Pretty simple. So I end up with about a 2-foot by 1 foot deep target, and then your height of the target is determined by the thickness of the material that you buy. In retrospect, I think that buying the thick 1-inch material was kind of a mistake. I will go with the thinner material next time, 1/2 inch or so. You sacrifice some height, but when your arrow hits into one of the 1-inch layers, you're damaging that layer pretty permanently. Whereas if you had thinner layers, it creates you get more benefit of the layers, if that makes any sense. So, what I'm going to, I spray painted these little dots on here once upon a time just to give myself a spread out thing, try not to chew up one area too bad. But I do have some paper targets that I will pin into here, and so I end up with these 3 spots kind of chewed out anyway. I wanted this target for a flat face for this. This doesn't pin to a bag target very well. So that's why I built it. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to take it apart now and swap the layers around, show you some little tricks that I did that differentiate this from other designs that I've seen on YouTube and other places. And we'll go from there. Okay guys, here's a close-up view of the target and kind of its construction. As you can see, it's not very bad. It's not super shot up, but there are a few chunks taken out of it that I would like to move around. And for the sake of the video, even though it's a little probably premature here, I'm going to do it anyway. All of this is a 2 by 10, maybe 2 by 12. And this is wood that I already had. I didn't pay extra for this. I keep all the scrap wood. Everything that I make is, has leftovers, and I hang on to it. I did have to buy the all thread and the nuts that go with it. On the top, it's just, a nut and a washer and just another piece of the wood. I drilled the holes on top to be outside the total width of the target. So if this is 2 feet, I went 2 feet plus, a couple inches, just to make sure that it was nice and spaced out, and I got an even pull when I tightened that all thread down. Okay, here's a look at the bottom of it. I countersunk with a big Forstner bit, 1.25 inches or so Forstner bit here to run the all thread in with another washer, if you can see that. But then once I put the nut flush with the bottom of the all thread, and then I got my little Harbor Freight Cracker Jack welder and I tacked the nut to this all thread so that this won't move. You see that? And then of course I did that on all 4 of them. Countersunk it, of course, so that it would sit flush. And then all I'm gonna do is, back this out with my combination wrench on the other side, and should open right up. So let me set up and I'll do that. Now these kind of come apart, and I can pull out sections of the puzzle piece that you caught on the side. And I can pull out sections of the foam, right? You see that? So you can see, with being such a thick foam, you can see what it does to the inside of this thing. Again, why I wish I'd done smaller, thinner layers. Only other thing, I mean, that's it. That's really it. The only other thing I would recommend is, if you're going to do this for the sake of a target that you can put a target face on, do it on a flat surface like my workbench here, like the workbench. So that way you know that the front face is, flat. Okay, the tape measure is to measure the stick out what's left of what's past the nut on the all thread, to make sure that it's even. So if you have, 3 inches of stick out on one, you want to make sure you have 3 inches of stick out on the other, so that everything kind of shoots evenly. If you start shooting in one corner and one side or the other, it might blow out the sides or whatever. So I'm gonna compress this pretty good. I'll probably go, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches until it, feels right. That's it. I'm about 3 inches of stick out on all 3 bolts or all 3 pieces of ball thread. That's going to be different on yours. It depends on what thickness of material you use. It depends on how many layers you decide to put in. That's going to be different. The point is, make it even. If it's even, you're good to go. Stand this up real quick. And that's good as new. I kind of want to run an arrow into it and see. Let's see, hold on. Boom. See, I don't know if you can see. I went right into the middle of the fat layer, the 1 inch layer. And that's the thing I wish didn't happen. But around the back, I've got a little bit of stick out, but that was it, maybe 3 yards or something. With a fast bow and a heavy arrow. That's not, that'll stop just about anything. So anyway, that's it. That's my DIY target. Anyway, guys, that's it. I just wanted to show this thing off. I will try to edit this down and make it, less than 10 minutes. That last video, the fletching video, if you watch that, I appreciate it. That was a little long even for my taste. Thanks for watching.